Just wanted to talk, that's all.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Little pregame action for you here tonight on a Friday night. Did you know? We're going to start off with a little bit of trivia. Did you know who has the best record in the American League right now? I'll give you a hint. It is your defending American League champion New York Yankees. So we got that going for us. Magic number is down to 135. But who's counting? Anyway, pour one out for Yoendris Gomez. He was claimed by the Los Angeles Dodgers. Best of luck. Last time that we had a Thursday off and then opened up a homestand on a Friday night, and this isn't even really a homestand, it's a 3-game home series before they go to Baltimore, and then they're back for Tampa Bay and San Diego. That should be 2 good series. But the last time that this happened was exactly 2 weeks ago, and I remember it quite well, and I'm sure a lot of you, despite trying to block it from your memory and erase it completely, have probably kept it gnawing on your mind. And that is the night that Marcus Stroman got shellacked by the Giants. And that game was over before I could even get my laptop set up to start taking notes, right? I open a laptop, I got an iPad, I'm watching the metrics, I'm taking notes for the post-game show, I'm cutting images, things like that. And the game was over before I could even get my setup done. So it quickly turned into a rant. And the night ended with some unkind words about Mr. Marcus Stroman, unfortunately. Anyway, so hopefully tonight goes better. We do not have the advantage on the pitching side of things, if you were to ask me. I'll go ahead and share my screen real quick, and we'll go through tonight's lineup, because this is one of the more interesting lineups that we have had all year. Trent Grisham, first of all, back in the lineup. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. Hang on. I shared the wrong screen. Hang on, I'll just read it to you real quick. We got Trent Grisham, followed by Aaron Judge. Ben Rice is batting third, and he is protecting Aaron Judge. That is interesting. Paul Goldschmidt batting fourth. And then we've got Cody Bellinger batting fifth in left field. Jazz Chisholm batting sixth at second base. Jazz really needs to get it going. Like, in the worst way. Jazz needs to get it going badly. We should be able to share the screen now. There we go. Anthony Volpe, the subject of so much talk over the last couple of days, is batting seventh. Austin Wells batting eighth. And Oswaldo Cabrera batting ninth, and Carlos Carrasco pitching. And this game is on MLB Network. And first of all, congratulations to Trent Grisham, new dad. And hopefully he'll be sporting those dad muscles tonight. I want to take a look at Trent Grisham's StatCast data, because I was honestly not expecting this. I knew he had some home runs. I knew he had, played well. You look at the average, you look, 393 on base percentage, you think, well, he's probably playing pretty well. But you still expect, some of the metrics to be down, because historically he hasn't been a great metrics guy offensively. But he has turned into a really good hitter this year. His batting run value is in the 94th percentile. And, across the board, 93rd percentile, 89th percentile, 94th, so on and so forth. Down the line, it's a lot of red. And defense, of course, as a center fielder where he's been played, top 20% in the league. If you ask me, he's one of the smoothest center fielders I've ever seen. There's a couple of things I really like about watching him play the outfield. One, how gracefully he gets to the ball. Some people plod in the outfield, right? You watch Giancarlo Stanton. He's a poor example because he runs like Frankenstein. But, even when you got guys like, let's just go ahead and use Dominguez. He's the weakest of our outfielders. a lot of times the routes aren't great. It looks like a lot of effort sometimes to catch the baseball. Grisham never seems to be expending much effort out there. He seems to just run it down, camp under it. And I like how he waits till the very last second to casually catch the ball, right? He's not like, pounding his mitt and trying, he gets there, just puts it away. Best I've seen at that since Ken Griffey Jr. And I mean, offensively, it's just amazing what he's done. Now, Dominguez is out of the lineup tonight. I already had Dominguez in my post-game thumbnail, so I'm going to have to fix that, unfortunately, which I hate to do. But Grisham back out there in center field tonight. I want to take a look at Ben Rice. There was a MLB YouTube channel video about him, a deep dive. I'm not sure if it was on MLB Network or not, but about 10 minutes long on Ben Rice and his journey through the majors, through the minors, all that stuff, through COVID, and basically the player that he's become. And, I mean, you expect at some point these numbers to just go down, but again, statistically, he is just absolutely incredible. I mean, and he's, you could argue, been a little bit unlucky. We're looking at a breakout player. I don't think this is a hot 2 weeks or a hot 3 weeks. Actually, we're coming up on a hot month because the season began on March 27th, and Sunday will be 1 month. And the Yankees have played 25 games. Now, he's had 87 plate appearances, 73 at bats. So you're looking at almost a sixth of the season for him, and he continues to just demolish the baseball. He's got an OPS over 1,000. And they trust him enough now where against a tough righty tonight, Barrios, and we can debate how tough Barrios is. I still think he's got a great slider. They're electing to put him behind Aaron Judge instead of in the leadoff spot. So you've got Grisham in the leadoff spot. You got two good lefties sandwiched around Aaron Judge. And then you got Goldie, who's been red hot. And then you got Bellinger, who is, I think, due. I think he's going to come out of it. He's been a little bit disappointing, but I think he's going to come out of it. And then obviously, we haven't looked at Judge in a while. I just thought it was worth looking at. I like looking at his spray chart because his dots are way further away from home plate than most people. And in fact, he had one that I think was even better. The one that got called a foul ball that should have landed over here, like around where it says Savant. But it was called foul, but it exited George M. Steinbrenner Field. And just a reminder as we head into tonight, if Aaron Judge goes 2 for 5, his average is going to go down. Because 2 for 5 is a 400 batting average. So he could have a multi-hit game at this point, and his average will go down. That's how freaking good this guy has been. Look at his on-base percentage. 513. 513. That is insanity. And, I mean, right now he's got to be considered the leading candidate to be the MVP if the Yankees keep winning. And I'm just loving what we're seeing. So let's move on a little bit. Let's talk about tonight's pitching matchup. I already talked about the debacle that was Marcus Stroman a couple of Fridays ago. I can't deal with that again. My soul cannot take that. And so, he needs to be good just for me. Like, just so that I can have a good night. I want him to be good. Let's go ahead and take a look at the StatCast matchup between Carrasco and Barrios. We'll start with Barrios. Now, his numbers are not great, but you do see the off-speed run value is well above average. You know, he throws the changeup, he throws the cutter. He's a sinker slurve guy these days. When he first came up, he threw a lot harder, but he was more of a fastball slider guy then. And that was back with Minnesota. Now he's more of a sinker, slurve, kind of like a, I don't know, keep you off balance, cut it in and fade it away. He's more of a pitcher now, and his numbers were really good last year. He was 16-11. He had a 3.60 ERA. He made all 32 starts. He's done that for the last couple of years in a row. He doesn't strike out quite as many guys as he used to. He only had 153 strikeouts and 192 in a third innings. And this year, only 24 in 28 and two-thirds innings. He's made 5 starts. He's got a 1-1 record with a 5.02 ERA. Now, he induces soft contact. His average exit velocity against is in the 73rd percentile, but he does allow opponents to barrel up the baseball, which can be dangerous with the Yankees because they do have some boppers. He's in the 14th percentile in opponents' barrel rate. And pretty much everything else is below average. I mean, the fastball averages 93 miles an hour now, which is, not really exceptional these days, but Carrasco is pretty much the same thing. I mean, so you're basically looking at Carrasco and Barrios is almost the same pitcher these days. And Carrasco's off-speed value is even better as we look at his StatCast numbers than Barrios. He's in the 90th percentile. He gets a little bit more extension. I think it's more just like he's got a longer stride. He's 6'4". How tall is Barrios? 6 foot. So I think that makes a difference too. Just the height, the stride, that's, how much closer you get to the plate. And his numbers are not great. I mean, he's been okay at not walking people, but if you look at the ERA, 6.53, that's obviously awful. He had that game where he allowed 3 or 4 home runs and, 20 and 2/3 innings, 15 strikeouts, so not exactly creating a lot of whiffs. What you have to hope for him is 5 innings and I think 1 run. I think that's a fair expectation from him, and I would sign up for it right now. All right, so it is time for predictions. So I want to get your predictions in the chat. And, Pinstripe says, can we get through May at least before talking MVP? I that's a fair comment, but when you've got a 2-time MVP, I don't think it's that unreasonable to suggest that they could be on their way to a 3rd one, especially when he's off to a much better start than he was this season. He won his 2nd one last year. So I digress. I want to get your predictions in the chat for tonight. And Elliot Johnson says, incoming Vlad Jr. 0 for 14 series. Vlad is worth looking at too. He has been exceptional in StatCast. He's only got 1 home run. He had 30 home runs last year. He hit 323. He just signed that $500 million deal, and you would expect him to get going at some point. That was probably weighing on his mind a little bit, but I'd like to have that weigh on my mind a little bit. Okay, we got Mello232 says, new daddy with a home run. Impaired vision says, belly bomb tonight. Richard C. says, Volpe is going to answer the critics with a home run tonight. I hope you're right, my man. I hope you are right. Big Ed says, Grisham, leadoff home run. And Lori C. says, daddy vibes with the home run. Christian Castillo says, 2 home runs from Judge, 1 from Goldie. I would love to see Goldie go deep because Goldie has been raking. I'm going to pull up his numbers too. And I think he's one of these guys who is just kind of lying in the weeds in terms of power. His approach at the plate right now has just been to get off to a good start and hit line drives and take what the pitcher gives him. And I love it. Look at his spray chart. Just singles all over the place, but he's also got doubles. He's hit doubles down the right field line, down the left field line, left field gap, right field gap. He's got the 1 home run, so as many as Vlad Jr., so I don't think you can read too much into that. I do think he's going to hit some home runs. I don't know if he's going to hit 30. I don't know if he's going to hit 25. I think he's going to hit 18 to 20 home runs. I think that's safe, but I'll take that. I want the 300 hitter that we're getting. He's been so valuable, and I just love what he's bringing to the table. Let's see. Elliot Johnson says Andrew Haney will be a Yankee at the trade deadline. That's the only move they'll make. I'm going to go ahead and boo that. I'm sorry. Hit him with the twist, says Judge homers 100%. Elliot says Wells finally has a multi-hit game. Teddy says Williams immaculate save. Matt DeLeon says Judge and Rice will homer. Okay, do you guys want the Nostraderic prediction? All right, I'm going to reveal it. I'm going to reveal it by panning out on the camera. And you guys can see, it's hard to see. It's on my shirt. Belly bomb, we're predicting Cody Bellinger with the dinger. Cody Bellinger. All right, so that is the Nostraderic prediction for the night. Hopefully you guys picked that up on the mic. It got a little bit far away there for a second. And the Italian Stallion says Jazz needs to stop swinging for the moon. We're not seeing a lot of great Jazz predictions in the chat right now because he has been struggling. Okay, so we're going to run a quick sponsor. This is True Classic. Me hitting golf balls in my backyard from a couple of weeks ago. And then we're going to move on to the audience chat portion of the show. And we'll just wrap it up before we kick off a 3-game set. How's it going, guys? I'm getting ready to hit my 7-iron, but I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about True Classic. A few of you have mentioned that it's looked like I've lost some weight this winter, and that is absolutely 100% correct. I lost about 32 pounds, and that's great. I feel great, all that stuff. But the one downside is that a lot of my clothes don't fit anymore, so it's a good thing that True Classic came along. They make extremely comfortable clothing that's great for walking. It's great for practicing your 7-iron like I'm getting ready to do. It's soft. You can wear it for all seasons. They have long sleeves, they have short sleeves, they have pants, they have shirts. Everything you would want for a comfortable fit. Whether you're bundling up for the cold or gearing up for spring like I am, upgrade your style with clothes that actually fit right, even if you lost a bunch of weight. Just head over to trueclassic.com/stripe to save. That's trueclassic.com/stripe. Shop now and elevate your wardrobe today. I'll warn you, my golf swing isn't too good. Nice contact, though. All in my True Classic.
What do you hear? What do you say?
What do you hear? What do you say? All right, so I grabbed a couple of comments here to put up before we kick off. So Pinstripe says, keep Vlad in the park. He really wants to break out against us. You know he does, and he usually hits us pretty hard. He does not like the Yankees. He's been very vocal about that. Anthony Cornel says, Dominguez 3 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Unfortunately, he is not in the starting lineup.
Just a bit outside.
So I can already tell you that's not going to happen unless somebody gets hurt right away, and in which case that would be a hell of a prediction. To step in and get it done like that. Slotomania for real says Judge has a 2-home-run game. I could believe it, but he's going to have to stay away from that hook that Barrios likes to throw. Elliot loves the quality mic. This is the Shure MV7DB. It's the new version of kind of like the industry standard mic, what they call the Joe Rogan mic or whatever. I love it. I also got a new, it's like a Scarlett Solo, it's called. It's like an interface. I was using an older interface. And before the season, I just made a whole bunch of different upgrades. I should show you guys the studio again at some point because like I've got 3 Stream Decks now that are all tied together, which is why we have a lot more buttons now and I can make more sounds and I can add more stuff to the screen. It was a lot of work. But we're all set up now. So at least the work is over. Richard C. says, weirdly, it feels like Judge is not actually hot despite batting 400 plus. I can see that because he hasn't been hitting as many home runs. He is getting hits on line drives that should be home runs, like the one he hit off the wall, the top of the wall in Cleveland the other day. He also hit a couple that got knocked down by the wind, at least one down there in Tampa at George M. Steinbrenner Field. So, you know, and Lori C. says you can get the t-shirt here at nyyydesigns.shop. I'll actually pull that up. I've been trying to give the show, some new merch. I had a lot of people asking about merch. I got some new stuff here that I want to show you, and we'll just start with this. We'll finish out the show with this. So if you go to the home and go to best selling, this is a new Aaron Judge cartoon shirt that we got on a home run. And there's also a hoodie for this that I made that is right here. And this is a premium hoodie. It's the highest priced thing on the store. I felt bad making it $60, but it is what it is. It costs a lot because it's got a lot of stuff. It's got a lot of stuff in a lot of different areas. So we got the Judge cartoon on the front, but then we've also got the sleeve, which has the silhouette, which I think is kind of fire, honestly. And then on the back, it's got him robbing Ohtani of a home run in front of his 99. Now, come on. You got to admit, that's kind of fire. It's kind of fire. And again, you can get this at nyyydesigns.shop. We've got Ben Rice in a bowl of rice. We've got The Martian. This is one of my favorite ones too, with the little UFO. This one I think looks good in white. Let me just pull that up in white, and you can see it. It just looks kind of fire in white. So anyway, that's where we're at. We got a bunch of new stuff, so check it out. And ladies and gentlemen, I will be back after the game tonight. We got Terrence Kem on tonight. He'll be on each Friday pretty much for the rest of the season. And we're going to do kind of like a Friday rundown show where we not only talk about the game, but we talk about a bunch of different players, a bunch of different stats. We're going to reveal our predictions for the 2026 Yankees opening day lineup tonight because we were talking about this today over text. And we were like, we should just do this on the show. We're wasting bullets in the bullpen right now. So let's do that. So anyway, Yankees versus Blue Jays kicking off in a little over 2 hours. So tune into that, and we will be back after the game. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then. Hey, while I've got you here, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Pinstripe Territory is the official Yankees podcast of the Foul Territory Network. We are home to the #1 most watched MLB postgame show on YouTube since 2021. We're here after every Yankees game and for reactions to all the best news and rumors during the offseason. Be a part of the show by calling into the voicemail 718-899-1068. Try to keep it clean for me. And if you ever miss us on YouTube, be sure and subscribe on all your favorite podcast platforms. Go ahead and rate us 5 stars. It'll help other people find the show. Thanks for watching. See ya.